Alright, so in this episode of Builds and Jutsus You Shouldn't Use, we're going to be taking a look at the attack class in Shinobi Striker. Now, this one's a little bit harder to try and put together just because there are a lot of Jutsus in the attack class that are actually fairly good, actually going down the list. So, there's not a lot that you can really pick from what you can say is a bad build. Now, combining bad Jutsus into a build is another story, but individually, you can definitely get away with using maybe one bad Jutsu and then something like the Sharingan or anything like that. But, I think I managed to come up with something where you really don't see these moves as often as you used to, especially when they first came out. Obviously, as the game progressed, there's been balance changes in other ultimates and jutsus that came out for each class. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy what I'm trying to put together here. And if you have any suggestions on builds for any type of class or jutsus you think I should check out, please leave them down in the comments below. And if I pick your build, I'll definitely give you a shout out both in the description down below and as well as in the video itself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you towards the end. Alright, so for the jutsu choices, the first one's going to be the Tornado High. I believe you get this from the Boruto DLC, if I remember correctly. Essentially what it does is it attacks with a clone, and then afterwards you will do a follow-up with a Tornado Strike. Probably not a terrible jutsu from what I remember, but definitely something that you don't see every day, especially with the other DLCs that came out. The second jutsu we're going to be using is the wooden style Laughing Buddha Jutsu, which is basically the hand palms. This actually is pretty decent tracking and range from what I remember for attack types, but again, something you really don't see every day. Most people use the wooden dragon jutsu because it also heals and is actually a pretty good range alternative for attack types. So not something you see every day, but we'll see how it works. The substitution that we're going to be using is Time Hop. I'll probably switch these out, honestly, because the whole point of this is to kind of use jutsus that you don't relatively see every time, and so I think substitution would probably count as jutsus, but for this particular video, we'll still stick with Time Space Hop, and then we'll switch over to something else as well, some of the other substitutions that you really don't see too often. And then finally, the ultimate is going to be the 8 Tails Chakra mode. Now, it's actually pretty funny because this one kind of works like the 9 Tails Chakra mode or the Kurama Link mode, but not as good. Like, essentially, when this mode came out, this one just was not as good, even though it lasts longer. This one just gives you more things that make it substantially better. So that's why you really don't see the 8 Tails Chakra mode anymore. But we're going to be running it anyway. And for the equipment, per usual, anything that has to do with either power and space or one-man army. Since we are doing a hand-to-hand build, so we're doing the attack style build, I opted to go for one-man army, which is essentially gives you a close range boost in power for your first strike of your combo. The second clothing skill is going to be the Clear Mind, which reduces Ninjutsu cooldown. The accessory skill, I really don't think it matters too much, especially in like survival mode and stuff like that. I don't think it really matters too much, so just wear what you want on that. And in terms of the equipment, we're just going to be using the standard hand-to-hand combat because I like the moveset for it, and it's still relatively strong in the amount of damage that you do, but you can also do something like the knuckle knives. And then for the ninja tool, I am using the Paralysis Seal Kunai, which is really good for following up, especially with the hand-to-hand combat. So that's particularly the build, at least in terms of the equipment and the jutsu that we're going to be using. So as always, we'll go ahead and jump into a survival mode, and then after that, we'll go ahead and jump into an actual match. You know, it actually took me quite a while to think of a build for the attack class because there's a lot of decent jutsus. Like a lot of decent jutsus within that class. So it was really hard for me to try and pick something that would probably work. There are a few. I can't believe that hit. There's a lot going on right now. Alright, we gotta deal with him spamming those kunais. Yeah, so we gotta deal with the spinning the kunais there. So we need to be careful of that. God, it's so bad. Yeah, he's running away. Which I get it, he's in first place. There we go. I mean, it makes sense why he would run away. But yeah, the Tornado Strike or whatever it's called, I think you get from like Boruto DLC, it's just not very good. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I feel like both these guys are coming after me for some reason. Yeah, they're both aiming after me because I'm low health, which I get it. I could have used my ult, but it would have been a waste. I know it would have refilled my health, but I'll save it. It's not a very good ult. Ah, we made that work. That's okay, we still got health regen. Oh, I think that comboed. Nice. And I'm dead. This tornado's gonna kill me. But we're doing okay. The palms are actually doing a little bit more work than I would think so. If you can hit them with the stun, like the initial hit of it, it will trap them in. You kind of like also snipe people at a distance. It's just the Tornado Strike is not very good because they don't stay within the combo long enough for it to actually count. That's fine. I got the kill on that, so he didn't get it. And 2 people left the game because they weren't doing anything. Which is unfortunate, but it makes things a little bit easier because it's not as chaotic. That range type is super annoying, though. He has a definitely annoying build that's doing a lot of work. Because he's playing the game correctly, right? He's staying like range. Got him. That'll finish him off. Well, he broke my shield. Oh, they're both coming after me now. That's fine. And I'll take that, baby. I'll take that first place with the ult kill. That shouldn't have happened, but I'll take first place with that. Alright, so we are playing baseball, and again, the build is, we see it's a little bit viable and survivable. It did a lot better than I expected it to, but I think we're going to have some trouble again with like the Tornado Strike, just because it doesn't necessarily combo like it's supposed to. I'm gonna actually go get the space here because no one's actually gonna go get it. But it doesn't combo like it's supposed to. Like, people will drop out of the combo, or you can easily sub out of it. So, but we'll see what happens. Oh, that explosion, that hurt. Yeah, I couldn't sub out of that. But yeah, just like the attacks themselves don't actually connect as they should. But we can try and snipe someone with the wooden palms. Oh, nice. All right, good job. We looks like we got all 3 points here. They might be taking C. So it doesn't go through like the sand shield. And it doesn't even break like guard too. That's like another problem. It's so bad. Both of those moves are so bad. Like the tracking on it's bad too. I wish there was a way you can show your jutsus. I know there used to be a way to do it, but unfortunately there's not a way to do it. But yeah, like the Tornado Strike jutsu is just not a good attack jutsu. Definitely far better ones that you can use to actually be at a decent attack build. So we're gonna go for B here though. Looks like they're actually dying though at A, but we should be able to get B with relatively, well, maybe hurt someone. Oh, he's dead. So we got that. Oh, I don't know what that is. Hopefully someone can kill him. I think there's someone else coming. It's such a weird jutsu, honestly. I think that was Lariat. I messed that up because I couldn't see. Yeah. Oh, I can't really do much here. I should probably leave. That's okay. Our team's still in the base, so we bought some time. There we go. That actually comboed. But they took B. Okay. I mean, we're still in the lead here. But not by much. That's why he placed that trap there. Good stuff. Never mind. I cannot sub any of that. Sometimes substitutions just don't work, it seems. Even though, like, the bar is full. And it doesn't even have, like, it crossed out to where you can't sub. Sometimes substitutions just don't come out. Alright, that's a case. Oh, that man is dead. That man is dead. Alright, good stuff for that attack. We can go ahead and take A, and that should give us back the lead. And our teammates are fighting for B right now. There's so much going on here. Oh, that's a sub. Wouldn't clone sub. Oh, nice hitting an Ash. I'll give him that. That was good. Wait till he pops out of there. Well, at least we won that match somehow. But I still say this build definitely something I wouldn't do. You could probably get away with the hand palm jutsu from the first Hokage, but I definitely would not use the Tornado Strike jutsu. It is just, it's not good for whatever other attacks that the attack class has. But we'll kind of go over that more in depth afterwards. Alright, so the Tornado High is just not good. We've seen it here in the video. The tracking is not that good. The range is not good. The damage is pretty decent, but the problem with this move is that even if you hit the initial hit, they're not stunned long enough to where they can easily avoid the Tornado Strike, or they can just block it. It doesn't break armor or break guard or anything like that, so the payout is not worth the risk of using this move because you can easily be knocked out of it, and it just doesn't do enough damage to justify using it over other moves that do pretty big damage in a single hit. Alright, following that, the Laughing Buddha Jutsu is actually pretty decent, a lot better than I realized. It's good to try to snipe targets that are behind walls, because it essentially, not necessarily goes through walls, but you can kind of track them through walls, and it's a pretty decent ranged attack type jutsu, if that makes sense. The damage is really good, and unlike the Tornado High, if the initial hit hits, it does stun them, and then it's able to be comboed into the second hit, and it does significant amounts of damage. So this one, I would say you could definitely run with a couple of other jutsus or the paralyzing tag to ensure that you hit. The activation is pretty quick. It doesn't go through like shields or the Susanoo armor or anything like that, but for what it does, it's actually pretty decent, and I could definitely see people running this one. I just wouldn't combine it with something like Tornado High, just because it's not going to work. It doesn't really combo that well, so it's not a terrible jutsu. Not as bad as I thought it would be. And finally, the 8 Tails Chakra mode. Again, I think this is sort of a lesser version of the Kurama Link mode. So I say that because it does last a little bit longer than the Kurama Link mode, and you don't get the health regen that you get from the Kurama Link mode. However, you do get increased health, attack, and defense. It does last a little bit longer, and the attack that you can do afterwards is pretty instantaneous if you want it to be, or you can wait for quite a while. And I've had more success hitting this move than the Kurama Link fake bomb blast. So this one's not terrible. I think it just got overshadowed by the Kurama Link mode, just because Kurama Link mode looks a lot better on custom characters. So not a terrible jutsu to use, honestly. You can definitely get away with using it, but you can also just use the Kurama Link mode and get almost the same benefits, if not a little bit more. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video with the attack type. Next, we're going to be taking a look at the defense and the healing type, and those are going to be a little tough. They both have pretty bad jutsus that are going to be really hard to do work with, but that's kind of the point of this series, right? Is to find builds or jutsus for particular classes that just don't work too well and see what we can do with them. So next video will be the defense build, and then the next one will be the healer build. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and if you want, leave your comments down below and suggestions of other jutsus or builds that you want me to try out, see if they can work well together, or just some awful builds that you want me to try and accomplish something with. Let me know down below, and if you do, I will hopefully pick your comment, and I will pin it down in the comment section, as well as a shout you out on the screen somewhere in the video, that thing. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.